We trust.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's we'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. Let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Texans offense going to go to work, and it is Deshaun Watson at quarterback.
Had a chance to meet him while he was still at Clemson at a summer camp, partner. And this is one of the best kids you're going to meet out there. And he doesn't say a whole lot, but it's fun to watch how people respond to him. When he was a camp counselor, the kids just flocked around him like the Pied Piper, just as his teammates did while he was at Clemson.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, The blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
He only got a yard, but that was enough to do the job. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Ravens 30.
Watson to give. This is Johnson. Gets through, and now an opening. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On 1st down, it's Watson. It's pass caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 10 yards out. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The Ravens take over.
The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the quarterback position. The most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands since probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and every year in Louisville. But how about this one? A first-round pick in 2017, the number 32 pick in the first round. The last guy to do that at Louisville, Teddy Bridgewater, the same exact pick when he came out.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to keep it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brought down.
Yeah, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball. On 2nd down, Johnson.
get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
The tackle made.
Now it's 2nd and 9. 7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the Ravens have got it.
Watson's pass complete. A fumble on the play.
And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
This is Jones. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Instead of the first, they'll have to go backwards for another 2nd down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays 2nd down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3, ball on the 10.
At the Texans,
Jackson. He sets up the screen to Jones.
Jackson.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They'll try and throw for him with Jackson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And Jackson throwing once more, eluding the pressure. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens have taken the lead. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And this will be a Texans first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
The tackle made at the 40.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Throwing again is Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he goes out right around the 39.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right? That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Quick slant to Brown. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided there was a time to be aggressive. Now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st down, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Alvin Kamara, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they lead that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. The Vikes looking to get to 1-0, and they've got the lead in front of their home faithful. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Starting over Cat, Super Bowl MVP.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Down come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now first and goal. To throw is Jackson, forced out to his left. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Yo, done.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. His pass caught at the 4. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Jackson will throw again to the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been in a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. Run for Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Greedy Williams on the coverage.
To throw again. Jackson, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
On 3rd down, Jackson. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Again, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. The 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
21, Texans 7.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to loft this one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
He's going to take off with it, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
He'll run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Escaping the pressure right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked on by Marlon Humphrey. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it past the 20, 10. And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown. And they're a point away from tying this thing up. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. He's going to... Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Throwing now is Jackson. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he's going to keep it here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
It looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
On 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score.
We lost. Go game winning this year. Stupid.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Touchdown, Ravens.
Oh boy, Mark Andrews. What a game.
In overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Baltimore, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
Go, boy.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on. Ooh. Ooh. Let's go. Niggas out here trying to get done.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't.